everybody, it's late, but I wanted to make a video really quick inspired by a client session today. And I want to talk about 3 relationship challenges that you might be having if you are a first generation person like myself. If you're new here, my name is Cassandra Solano. I am a therapist by trade of 20 years of experience, but what I really love doing is using spiritual embodiment and somatic tools to help you connect with your ancestors, decolonize, and heal. So I was talking to a client today who's a fellow first generation person about setting boundaries with family. And the first thing I want to share, and I repeat this over and over again to my clients, is that what is right for me and what is right for you and the person down the street might not be the same thing. That each one of us that comes from like a collectivist culture has to decide for ourselves on this spectrum of like enmeshment and, going no contact and completely cutting someone off. Where in that spectrum is our values aligned? Where is that goal of where we want to be in relationship with our family? That might also change over time. It certainly did with me. There was times that I, in my adult life that I rarely talked to my family. There was even times I went no contact. That's a story for another day. And right now I'm 43 years old and my family of 6 lives with my parents in my childhood home. And so obviously I see my parents multiple times a day. They are retired and our relationship is a lot different now. So you first want to decide where that boundary is. The second thing I want to remind you is that it's okay to have these boundaries. It's okay to not be available all the time, especially if you are a fellow eldest daughter, maybe eldest son or daughter that, I don't know, just is playing the eldest daughter role. You know that when they call, when they have an emergency, they expect you to jump and run and rescue. And this is something that you maybe had to do growing up. Maybe you had to translate a lot. Maybe you did have to step up and work early and young like I did. But I just want to give you permission, if you need to hear it, that it's okay to set boundaries and not be always so available. They will learn how to do more things themselves. And the last thing I want to share, as somebody who is an ancestral healing practitioner, is that it can feel kind of scary, right? When we start to set boundaries with our family, when we start to kind of detangle from maybe some unhealthy, toxic enmeshment. And this makes sense because on a biological level, we are wired to stay connected to our tribe, our families of origin at all costs, right? The more alone you are, the more disconnected you are from your family of origin, the more likely you are going to be picked off by a pack of wolves. So you, on a primal level, have a very strong desire and drive to stick with your family, no matter how toxic or difficult they might be. And it can feel like almost scary, overwhelming, anxiety provoking, activating, to create some space. And I want to share with you that if your family is challenging and you are realizing you need to set some boundaries with them, that you are not alone, that you have well-seated ancestors whose names you probably don't even know yet. And if you want to know more about that, I will also be talking more about that. That are waiting to be invited into relationship with you, that are connected with your ancestral, ancient, land-based, indigenous-based practices that have so much wisdom and guidance and things they want to share with you, and they just love you unconditionally, and they themselves are mentally, spiritually well and intact and want to support you with that as well. So I am so glad that you are here today. Thanks for tuning in, and we will talk soon.